I thought it was an absolute disgrace, that first half. I think they got Pochettino, and I guess then the players got the game plan wrong completely. The approach was wrong. Maybe psychologically and consciously, you still had, for the ones who were there, what happened 4 years ago in the remontada somewhere in the back of the head. So you almost want to defend that lead that you got in the first game, in the first leg. But I thought it was an absolute terrible performance, that first half. And they were so lucky to have Keylor Navas in goal, because it's not just the Messi penalty. Of course, the Messi penalty is the turning point, but they should have been 4-0 down at halftime easily. If Ousmane Dembele's finish was to the same quality as his runs and as clinical as the runs that he made, who were pretty good all first half, they should have been 4-0 up and the game was over. PSG were never going to come back. And I just thought they got really lucky to still be 1-1 at halftime. And then the second half, I think Barca just dropped the intensity a bit. Their press was not as efficient, and PSG got a bit more breathing space. But that first half was an absolute disgrace, I thought, from PSG.
Frank, from a player's perspective, psychologically, do you go into a game different knowing that you're 4-1 up? Was that a problem for PSG?
Definitely a problem. Of course, 4-1, you're going to play at home. You never think, even if you know PSG and you know the history between Barcelona and PSG and the remontada effect, you never think, especially with that Barcelona, they're going to come back and score four goals. So I guess they weren't completely tuned in. But I'm really looking forward to seeing, the end of that pandemic and that we go back to a normal world where we have the fans, where we have a big pressure from the fans, and we go back to overall a consistency from the teams. Because what we saw in the first leg with an appalling Barcelona and a fantastic Paris Saint-Germain, what you see tonight, which is completely the other way around, makes you very hard to analyze every game we watch, because it's becoming a big mess. So we don't know in which situation the player stands before they have a game. They play a Champions League game, so I said, okay, they won 4-1 at home, away from home, sorry, but they have to finish the job. And in fact, we've never seen those kind of games being so fantastic in first leg and so awful in the second leg from so many teams. It can happen once or twice, but this season it's a real nightmare.
Why can't Dembele finish?
Okay, well, how long do we have? And I think Julien just made the point of the quality of his runs. And you see how much of an option he is vertically down the field, getting in behind because of that movement of the ball and because of his pace. But it does no good that you're able to put yourself in those positions time and time again, and the result gets worse and worse and worse. Because what it tells me is, okay, the first one, you can understand. Now the second one, he's thinking about it. The third one, he's obviously thinking about it. And by the time the fourth one comes around, he has no chance whatsoever of finishing. Lack of maturity in a player. Right. Lack of having been there in those sort of positions enough to understand what it takes to finish those chances. When you think about some of the great finishers that we have been talking about for years upon years, and the ones that we talked about yesterday, Lewandowski, Erling Haaland, Luis Suarez, in those moments, they miss a chance. They're not thinking about, okay, the next time the chance comes around, I'm a little passive, tentative, I have doubt. No. They're thinking, I can't wait to get the next chance because I'm going to put it in. By the time Dembele took his third shot on goal, you could have, anybody could have told you there's no chance whatsoever that this is going anywhere near the goal. It's just not happening. There isn't a level of confidence in, and there isn't either a level of maturity for a player that you can trust him to deliver on a weekly basis or on a daily basis. We're seeing some good things from Dembele, but not consistently enough.
Meanwhile, a lot of people questioning whether or not this could be Lionel Messi's final game for Barcelona in the Champions League. Frank, of course, he scored that brilliant goal, which just felt was just anger, just power, just everything. He hit that so cleanly. And then his penalty record isn't great. He misses 1 in 5 when you compare it to others, obviously. It's not that impressive. Why?
Well, he's just showing to us that he's a human being and things can happen. He has a fantastic career, and nobody can doubt about it, that he is one of the best players in the world for the whole history of football. But shooting a penalty, it's something different. I mean, everybody can miss. I saw Michel Platini in the quarterfinal of the World Cup. I think it was against Brazil.
In Mexico, Mexico 86.
Thank you, Mexico 86. He shot over the bar, and it's Platini, the guy who has a fantastic right foot. And so, yeah, everybody can miss a penalty. It's only the people who never shot a penalty who will never miss a penalty. So that's what it is. He's human. He has some feelings. His penalty was dreadful, I have to say, because he's on the halfway, and it's quite easy for the goalkeeper to get it. At least he has a chance to. It's something different. It's something different that you cannot criticize, because he did what he had to do, and he did what he was capable of doing in that moment, and that's it, and he missed it.
Jules, what does this mean for Barcelona going forward? It's not a surprise that they're out against PSG, considering what we've seen from them this season, but with regards to Ronald Koeman's future, Messi's future, where are we?
I mean, there's no regrets on this tie, because it's in the first leg that they lost it, really. But what you saw is big improvement, especially since they moved into the new formation. Tactically, I thought they were superb in that first half. In the second half, they were still good, but especially in the first half, the way Griezmann and Messi dropped into between the lines of PSG. PSG could not contain them. Pedri was fantastic again today. The wing backs worked, Dest and Alba. And then there's the Dembele issue, but again, he's not a striker, so you can forgive him as well, even if he should have at least taken one or two of all those chances. But I think if you're Messi as well, you see this and you say, okay, there's something there that we can build on. And that could be with Koeman, and you know how critical I've been of Koeman this season.
You hate him.
But there's certainly something better there, and I think he's found the right formula, and they certainly were much better tonight than PSG or they've ever been this season. For me, that was the best first half, or the best half that we've seen from Barcelona in the whole season. Even better than the game against Sevilla in the Copa del Rey semi-final, second leg, or even in the league as well. They were fantastic in that first half. 9 shots on target. Come on. They were brilliant. So there's something there that they need to build on with Laporta, with those young players coming through as well. We saw Moriba coming on late tonight again. So there's something there. They need to convince Messi to stay, of course, but there's definitely something there. And maybe Koeman actually can take this team forward even more.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.